Alright, time to check out the Scythe's kit reveal. So first up we have GA60's laser cannon as the basic ability. There's the ship firing away. You see all those Imperial ships, Imperial ties that it calls. So what happens there? It does a little jiggle, blasts off at him, and the other, the Imperial tie ships seem to do some kind of debuffs on those rear resistance ships, the X-Wings. I don't know why I call them resistance. Also, why is this Imperial TIE Pilot like right on top of whatever that one's called? I don't use it, so I don't know what it's called offhand, but see that over there on the left? Anyways, let's get it. Final attacks. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict defense down for 2 turns. I wish it would show the dang debuffs, or buffs if there's any. Then gain 20% turn meter. If the target is a Jedi, this attack can't be evaded. When scoring a critical hit, grant a random Imperial TIE Fighter foresight for 2 turns. That doesn't already have it. That sounds better. Anyways, again, not showing it, so I don't know if anybody got the foresight. Also, why are they not showing you going up against the Jedi? Those are all Rebel ships. Like, what? Kind of defeating your whole point here. Or whatever, I'm trying to look for a whole purpose. Anyway, special 1, intimidating flyover. Cooldown of 3. Is this real intimidating? What's happening? Okay, so it literally flies over. And everybody gets debuffs, I guess. Alright, let's see. Final text. Dispel all buffs on all enemies. Okay. Recover 30% health and protection. Ally Empire ships gain 1 stack of formation, max 30. Wow, 30 stacks. For each buff dispelled for 2 turns, which can't be copied. And what is formation that everybody's gaining? It's plus 10% max health, offense, and potency. Whenever the ship uses an ability, gain 1% turn meter for each stack of formation. Hold on a minute. It says Ally Empire ships gain 1 stack of formation, max 30? Are you telling me that 1 stack does plus 10% max health, offense, and potency? So max 30 is 300% that? I guess, actually, that's not so much. When you hear it that way, it's kind of a lot though. Plus 300% max health, 300% offense, and 300% potency. So you're super potent, you're gonna hit hard, and you're a lot more tanky. And then whenever the ship uses an ability, gain 1% turn meter for each stack of formation. So it's only max 30% turn meter, so that's not too crazy. Anyway, special 2, predatory instincts. Also a cooldown of 3. So what's happening? It's hanging out, it jumps, and it blasts away, and then it seems like everybody gets debuffs. Also, something happened over there. That ship that I don't know what it's called got some green going, so it got some kind of a buff. And that TIE Pilot ship right next to it glows, so something's happening there too. So let's see what this is all about. Final text. Target ally recovers 50% health and gains protection up 50% for 2 turns. Okay, so that's what happened to that first ship. Then Scythe uses GA60's laser cannon against target enemy. This attack has plus 75% critical chance this turn if the target is debuffed. If this attack scores a critical hit, inflict fear on target enemy for 1 turn, which can't be copied or dispelled and can't be evaded by Jedi enemies. If this attack defeats the target enemy and the allied capital ship is Executrix, target ally gains foresight for 2 turns and inflicts all enemies with fear for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or evaded. Alright, there it is. When I first was reading this, it says, if this attack scores a critical hit, inflict fear on target enemy for 1 turn. And I was like, I thought the fear was only happening if you defeated the enemy, but there it is. There's a little bit more to it. If the attack defeats the target enemy and you have the Executrix as your capital ship, then everybody gets fear. Anyhow, unique 1. 2 moves ahead. Final text. Allied Empire ships gain 20% max health and offense and 10 speed. Okay, so then when you're adding formation with that, that's a decent boost. 320% total, I guess. Or is that percentage compounding? Because then, wow, that could actually get much higher. Anyways, and 10 speed. If the enemy capital ship is a Jedi, so I think that's, what, only 2 options? That would be both Galactic Republic. It's either Mace's ship or General Kenobi's ship, right? There's only 2 Jedi capital ships. Allied Empire ships gain an additional 70% max health. Jeez. Plus, when you're adding the formations, you're getting tons of health. At the start of battle, all Empire allies gain a stack of formation. They get one right out the gate, too? Damn! Well, that makes the 100% right there, because 70 plus 20 is 90. I was thinking, why is it only 90%? But then you get the one stack of formation, that's 10%, so there's your 100. Imperial TIE Fighter allies instead gain stacks of formation equal to the number of ally Imperial TIE Fighters. Oh, so only the Imperial TIE Fighters gain stacks of formation equal to how many ships there are. Well, Imperial TIE Fighters. So if there's 3, they each get 3 out the gate instead of 1. Is that what that's saying? These stacks can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and are removed at the end of battle or when Scythe is defeated. If the ally capital ship is Executrix at the start of battle, summon 2 Crewless Imperial TIE Fighters, and while an ally Imperial TIE Fighter has Foresight, they are also marked. The first time an allied Imperial TIE Fighter defeats a ship, all allies gain 100% turn meter. Huh. They're also marked while they have Foresight? That's weird. So you're going to be able to avoid the move, but at the same time you're basically taunting. Reinforcement. Surprise and fear. Surprise and fear. Final text. Inflict speed down, which can't be evaded or resisted on Jedi enemies for 2 turns. Wait, it's only on Jedi enemies? If the allied capital ship is Executrix, inflict fear on all enemies for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or evaded. And summon 2 Crewless Imperial TIE Fighters. Okay, so the reinforcement on its own is kind of trash. I mean, if you're not using Executrix as your capital ship, say you're using Thrawn ship or Piets, then this only does something to Jedi enemies? That's kind of dumb. So if you're going up against Malevolence, then nothing's going to happen, basically. But if you're with Executrix, then you inflict fear on all enemies for 1 turn, which can't be blah blah blah. And you summon the 2 Crewless Imperial TIE Fighters, which is cool, but I mean, you get that right out the gate as well if you have this ship just right in the top 3 opening positions. So I mean, that kind of makes no difference, but anyhow. It is time for the community's thoughts. Let's see what they're thinking. Fatal, last. Okay, cool. Since it isn't mentioned anywhere, what is the crew? Oh, it's mentioned, bro. How did you not see it? Here, let me bring you right to it. It's in this thread. The crew is right here. Grand Inquisitor and 5th brother. I mean, maybe originally it wasn't said because this does say that it was edited at 132 and these questions are at 126 and such, 115, so maybe it wasn't originally posted. And this person says, my guess is Scythe needs Grand Inquisitor for the pilot. Yes, and 5th brother. Grand Inquisitor is in the artwork, so it's likely he's involved. This isn't the first time the devs have forgotten to mention the crew on a ship kit release. Don't tell me this is the new Conquest unit. I'm still pretty disappointed. I was expecting Trench or Red 5 with all those teases they made. It is the new Conquest unit, which I don't find disappointing because of what you're saying. I find it disappointing because it's Conquest. Like, ugh. No mention if I don't unlock either, unless I missed it. I'm gonna assume Conquest. Conquest unlock? Okay, this must have been all before the update, because there's so many questions that we have the answers to. Ultra, last. That can be arranged. What? Updated both the crew and location. Thanks, folks. Yeah. He's edited the post. Crew is GI and a 5th brother. Me had just updated. Can I buy the dumb thing? I don't have time for Conquest. Yeah, I hate Conquest. I do it not because I want to, but just because I want to try to get the decent enough-ish prizes. But otherwise, I hate Conquest. In my second account, I don't even bother with Conquest. I'm like, it's a waste of my time. I'm not doing this. Screw this. I got enough going on with trying to do it in the main game. Nice. Now, when are we getting Red 5? Apparently never. Also, how did so many YouTubers know we were getting this ship with certainty weeks before this post? I thought the beta program and comms were shut off after the last leak. I don't know. I didn't know about that. I really haven't been up to date on my other YouTubers. Never. Yeah, that's kind of what I just said. Wow, this is disappointing for a Conquest unit. Not that the ship doesn't seem like a great counter to Negotiator, but seriously, out of all the units for the next Conquest release, it's this? What a letdown. Yeah, I know. I feel you. You know, it's actually kind of funny. The Conquest units the Conquest ships have been Inquisitors. You got Second Sister ship and now this stupid one. Will the GI event return before the next Conquest? Man, who cares? I'm nowhere near it, so it doesn't affect me. Well, I'm happy about the ship because I went and farmed my Inquisitors to be ready for the next GI, and now I will have another fleet to use, which is great for GAC. Too bad it's grind quest. But here's hoping that they'll make it fun again. Doubt it, but oh, blah, blah, blah. 5v3 to start. And it is a great ship. Imperial TIE Fighter is a great ship. I wonder how strong the summons will be set at. Forced attacking TIE Fighters plus another way of getting force sight should get to Tarkin's swarm pretty quickly. This seems pretty strong. Should be able to take on stuff other than just Nego. Empire can already beat that pretty easily since Interceptor anyways. I guess we've got to expect big things from a Conquest Legend pilot combo. How big though? Yeah, Conquest and a Legendary. Double pain in the dick. Well, it better counter something else useful because both Empire capital ships already countered Negotiator. Do they? I use Negotiator all the time still. Should I not be using him anymore? It's good to know that I can do the bare minimum and grind quest for the next 3 months. Yeah, what? You're saying that you don't care about this ship? You're not gonna bother trying to get it? Endurance. What's that? Isn't that Mesa's ship? Pretty big letdown for this being the Conquest unit. At least I won't have to worry about going hard to get Red Crate next 3 months. The people that make these decisions are really out of touch with what the players want. Aw, sounds just like politics. Especially the Democrats, how they're so out of touch with everything. Seems like a really strong ship to me. I don't know. I can't get behind what you're saying. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. One, it's all about Jedi only. So what? If you're going up against Rebels, it's trash? Two, look what they said with Inquisitors. They pumped them up to be, oh, this is anti-Jedi. This is super, you're gonna go up against Jedi. And then look, they're worthless. They suck against everything, never mind just Jedi. So it's like, I don't know. Seems like an average old ship to me. Anyways, that's the community comments. Half of them sucked because it was before the post was updated. I don't know what all these people are doing up so early, too. Jeez, 211, 226. What are all these people doing up? Seriously? Weirdos. And this is California time. Otherwise, like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Because, like, 1 in the morning, California time is what? 10 at night? Well, 1 in the morning, my time, Eastern. So California, it would be 10 at night. And then those people at 2 would be 11. But otherwise, if you're up at 2:30 just to read this, like, what is wrong with you? I make videos and I'm not even worried about being up at 2 to read this. Anyhow, that is all I got. This was the kit reveal. And hopefully you checked out the Developers Inside site as well. And until whatever comes next, I said see ya.